Hey Wargamers, welcome back. Short video today about miniature projects I've been working on here at Wargame Culture, and it's been very, very busy in the first couple weeks of January. So right in front of us we have some little 28 millimeter soldiers. They're plastic. They were free, and they came with an issue of War Games Illustrated a while back, and I've been sitting on them, and I just played a cool sci-fi skirmish game called Sci-Fi on a Page. It is a very short, very simple, very fast and fun and brutal skirmish rule set, and it occurred to me that I could use these dudes in that sort of a narrative storyline campaign that I may build on once a month, do some kind of fun things. Kind of inspired by the Governor General of Sector 6, who unfortunately hasn't posted in a long time. So maybe I will, pick up that sort of kind of storyline and, see where it goes. Maybe the community out there has some ideas for a little storyline that we can play out some little skirmish games. So that should be a lot of fun. These guys painted up real quick. I kind of used them as an experiment with a couple different things. I was using some of the Vallejo and Army Painter, express paint, speed paint kind of things. So I did that with their faces. The blue is also the speed paint or express paint. I think it worked out pretty well. Basically, it's that slap chop style where you paint it black and then dry brush heavy. These particular ones were dry brushed with a very heavy ivory color, and then I went over them with the contrast / express / speed paint style of paints. So I think they came out pretty good. I was going to do the eyeballs. I think you can see this guy's eyes. And normally I do the black pupil with a Micron, one of those Pigma Micron pens. Unfortunately, the eye socket is too narrow and deep for the pen to get in there. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to bother going in with a brush, a very, very fine brush, like a 10-0, to get in there and paint pupils. I may not. I think I'm just going to leave them white like this, because I think they look actually pretty good from a distance. So there's that. Another project that I've been working on are some 15 millimeter town buildings and farm buildings for the Imaginations campaign. These are made with little balsa matchsticks for the roofs, and then foam core for the walls. They came out pretty good. I have 6 of them here, so I'll be painting these up in the near future. This one has kind of an Old West style square facade, but we're going to just paint the details on them. I do have some print and play 15 millimeter scenery things, so maybe I'll cut those out and glue them on, like windows and things like that. That'll speed up the process, but we'll see. But I think these look pretty good, and when they're painted, I think they'll look even better. We're also still going to do the Imaginations campaign, I promise. It's just that it's taking a long time to get all these guys painted up. And so these are the 15 millimeter epic. These are the Civil War guys from Warlord Games, and I had painted them red over black, and it just didn't look very good. So I went ahead and hit them real hard with that ivory dry brush, and then went back over them with a red express paint, and that helped a little bit. So far I've only done the jackets, the pants, the faces and the hats and the hands. I did start on the rifles or guns, muskets, I guess. But I haven't made a lot of headway on that. I am working on 3 sprues of these right now. And I may have to kind of write these off as a bad job and just do these in a C- kind of fashion just to get them off the table, and then start with a new sprue that is just primed in black, whack them with the ivory dry brush, and start fresh. I think that might come out a little better. So that's where we are with these. Now, I also made one other piece of terrain. This is an, what is this, 8-inch square piece of canvas board. And what I did was I glued some little mini Jenga tumbling tower pieces down on it, painted them black, then went back over with grays and browns and made a little fortress. So this, I think, will come in handy. We can use it for the 15 millimeter, and we can also use it with these kind of sort of 10 millimeter Risk pieces that we're building, and we'll get into those next. These are the 2010 Risk Global Domination pieces. They have tricorn hats. They look kind of, sort of American War of Independence. And the 2010 box that I picked up it's designed for 2 to 5 players, so it only has 5 armies in it. But I was excited to find it because I also have a 2003 box that has essentially the same figures that are a little bit sharper and nicer than these. And so now I have basically doubles of 5 different colors: the red, blue, green, yellow, and black. It's actually kind of a dark charcoal. So I can use those to make some armies. These are 40 millimeter by 30 millimeter. They're 3 millimeters thick, and these particular ones have a magnetic self-adhesive bottom, so they can go into a metal tray. And what I did was these are the minis here. So I've got, like I said, I've got 2 sets of red, and etc., etc. And this little cannon, you can see by that white area there, I chopped off this fellow with the banner here and stuck him on with a little bit of this Vallejo plastic putty. I don't know if that's not going to focus. There we go. So I'm going to be making several of these with the banners, and I'm not going to paint them because I'm going to use them for a con game. I am going to paint that putty when it's cured, so it'll disappear into the bottom. Although I don't know, paint part of it red. We'll see. But the banners might get painted, will get painted to identify each unit. And then I can use these units, and I painted the back with that ivory color so I can write on there what the units are. But basically, they're designed to conform with the basing standards set out here in shot, steel, and stone from good friend of the channel, Henry Hyde, who I'm a big fanboy for, of course. And so these rules are for our black powder, European and colonial settings. This is the Bare Essentials book. It's available on Amazon. I recommend that you grab it. It's got some slightly edited and clarified rules that were originally presented in the Wargaming Compendium, and they're in a beautiful format, nice and easy to read, plenty of diagrams. But the cool thing is that he lays out a methodology for setting up your bases. And the standard base size that he recommends are 60 millimeter by 40 millimeter for 20 to 30 millimeter figures. Now, these Risk pieces are only about 13 millimeters tall from the top of their base to the top of the hat. So in that case, I'm going to reduce the base size down to 40 by 30, mainly because I have a lot of them that I bought a couple years ago. I bought a big batch. When you buy more, they're less expensive. And then also, for the same reason that I have a lot of my 6 millimeter stuff is based on the same size, so I can not have to worry about learning new movement scales and things like that. So, but anyway, I'm going to set them up according to these. We're going to do close order infantry. I think loose order infantry will be for the Jaeger style, and then we'll have skirmish infantry. We'll have close order cav and skirmish cav. I'm not going to do all of them because I'm not sure how many I need. If I need more of those, I can make more, but we'll start off with 2 colors of the Risk pieces and go from there. And that way, when those are done, we can go ahead and dive right into the Imaginations campaign, which is on the Substack. I invite you to take a peek at it. For those of you who are paid subscribers, we do have 3 posts on creating a map and a world and creating your commanders. The other thing that's cool about these little Risk bases is that they will come in handy with the portable war game on the offset hex game board that I have. So I think we can do some really cool things diving into Bob Corddry's portable war game in various eras, and they'll look a lot better. I know if you've been watching the channel before, you may have seen the other Risk pieces that I stuck on those 25 millimeter square plywood chips. I did those kind of in a hurry because I needed to help a friend of the channel playtest his Civil War game. And I needed a whole bunch of pieces all at once real fast. And so I threw those down. And so they don't really have, they're just one guy on a chip. So these will be actually able to be differentiated when you look at them. Not only for me when I'm playing, but for you when you're watching on the video. And the final bonus with these little dudes is that I think I'm going to bring them to Mayhem Con and run a Kriegspiel game using these little bases instead of the little blocks. And I think that will be a lot of fun. Introduce some folks to Kriegspiel and help expand the Kriegspiel gaming movement. What's left here? I've got a couple more things. We talked about shot steel and stone. We talked about portable wargaming. One last thing. We am continuing work on the Wargame Book Club. We have Discovering War Games by John Tunstill on the channel right now. And coming up next is Arthur Taylor's Rules for Wargaming. I do have all the notes put together for that. I'll be putting that into a script of sorts, or at least an outline of a script, and recording that episode very shortly. So we'll get that up on the Wargame Book Club channel. And the next one after that will be this one here, Medieval Campaign and Battle Rules, 2nd edition by Bill Lamming. So that's it. That's our update for this second week of January 2024. Can you believe it? Another year has turned, and it looks like it's going to be a very exciting time. We're going to have a little sci-fi gaming. We're also going to, oh yeah, I wanted to bring up one more thing. We are going to do some naval gaming. I haven't forgot about that. I'm working on a schedule to put all of these things in place, and we're going to pull out this old SPI fighting sail game and play that. It's designed to be used with counters. And you can download this game for free from the SPI website. And I'll put a link to that in the description. But we're going to use real ships. I have some model ships, so we're going to use those and see how this game plays. So there you are. Happy January, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a healthy and happy holiday season. I'm really looking forward to 2024 and playing some games for and with you all. And then the last reminder is, I'm looking forward to Mayhem Con coming up in April and possibly Carnage Con in October or November. So maybe I'll try to squeeze another con in the summertime, but we'll have to see. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on gaming.